Right-wing social media is losing its collective mind because the new pope cares for the poor and the sick and the plight of immigrants, and they don't like that at all. Loony Laura Loomer says Catholics don't have anything good to look forward to, just another Marxist puppet in the Vatican. This guy says the newly selected pope trashed Trump, trashed Vance, trashed border enforcement, endorsed Dreamer-style illegal immigration, repeatedly praised and honored George Floyd, and endorsed a Democrat senator's call for more gun control, to which Cat Turd 2 said, "This is so bad." And another guy, I was considering becoming a Catholic, not anymore. What a loss for the faith. Trump just hit the Vatican with an 80% tariff on pointy hats, but this is the new pope, is Cardinal Robert Provost. He is a native of Chicago. He went to Villanova University, where he majored in poping. They make him pick a name. He chose the name Leo XIV, which is a shame because there have been 13 other Leos. We've never had even one Pope Bob, which would have been pretty great. How have there been so many popes named Leo? Leo doesn't even sound like a pope name. It sounds more like the altar boy who got high and ate all the communion wafers. Leo. So congratulations to him. This is an historic era we are living. We have an American pope and a Russian president. I was in college. I went to a mass at the Vatican. I almost got trampled by a line of crazed, horny nuns who had their... Oh, they were horny. Make no mistake about it. All those years of chastity erupted when they got to look at John Paul in that skimpy little yarmulke he'd wear. And then it was time for the new American Pope to make his first public appearance. And it was very kind of exciting. Here he is. Pope Pompous XVIII, the Archbishop of Canterbury. No. Trump was not elected by the conclave. Another election was rigged against him, but he did say he looks forward to meeting the new Chicago Pope. Wait till he finds out how many times this new Pope has criticized him. Since the new administration gutted everything, the airport in Newark still hasn't recovered from the power outage that resulted in control towers briefly losing communication with planes last week. And that, you will find hard to believe, isn't Trump's fault. He puts the blame on Pete Buttigieg.
When they took over, Buttigieg, who has no clue, he drives to work on his bicycle with his, in all fairness, with his husband on the back, which is a nice, loving relationship. But he didn't have a clue. This guy didn't have a clue.
I see. It's because he's gay that we're having, and not just regular gay, bicycle gay. The very not gay Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, so far has been spending more time defending himself than the country. Every day there's something new with him. You know how he's using his phone to conduct top secret business? Well, now we have news that several of his personal passwords have been compromised by cyber attack. Like many Americans, Hegseth reuses passwords so he can remember them, but unlike any other Americans, he is the Secretary of Defense. Pete Hegseth's phone shouldn't even have password. It should have one of those tubes you blow in to start your car after you get a DUI. And at this point, I'm pretty sure even Pete Hegseth is wondering how he still has a job. And the saddest part of it is that it takes focus away from the magnificent display of Dumb-assery being put on by Marjorie Taylor Greene right now. She is... I know, it's an exciting day. It is an exciting day for Catholics and for America. We have a new pope. And against all odds, he is one of us, an American pope. The Pope Mobile is now a Ford F-250 with truck nuts. I'm actually surprised about how excited I am when I heard this. An American who grew up here, watched all the shows we watched, rooted for teams, is now in Rome, at the head of the church, Italy and America. This must have been what it felt like when they opened the first Olive Garden, This morning at the Vatican, the famous white smoke emerged from the holy chimney, as I don't think they call it, but I do. And I will say, it seems like someone should have alerted the fire department because they brought the hoses out, they wet the whole thing down. Thousands of worshipers gathered in St. Peter's Square today to welcome the new Holy Father, and no one was more fired up than the nuns.
This is one of the most exciting moments, certainly for people here in Rome. Look at people are hugging. We're on the top of a convent. The nuns are screaming in excitement.
I've seen that firsthand. No joke, nuns go nuts for the Pope, like full-on BTS, One Direction, 1990 New Kids on the Block. Isn't it incredible? President Trump finally announced his first new trade deal today. He made a deal with the UK, so only 180 countries to go, I guess. He is very proud of himself for making a trade agreement with a country we were trading with just fine until he screwed it all up. This is funny. One of the companies that's getting a break from this deal is Rolls-Royce. So rest easy, Ma and Pa MAGA hat. You're still going to lose the farm, but you'll only have to pay 10% extra on that Rolls-Royce you've had your eye on.
On cars, we took it from 25 to 10 on Rolls-Royce because Rolls-Royce is not going to be built here. I wouldn't even ask them to do that. You know, it's a very special car. And unless somebody shows me that there's another kind of a car that's comparable to a Rolls-Royce, then there aren't too many. This is a good commercial for Rolls-Royce. They're going to order a lot of cars.
Mr. President, I wonder whether you'd like to buy.
You know, the last time that happened, I ended up buying a Tesla. You know?
He's still pronouncing it Tesla. And where is that Tesla you allegedly... He gave the Tesla to Melania, and so still no deal with China, but we got England. When your daughter asked for a Barbie for Christmas this year, at the top of her game, Clan Mom is now chairwoman of the Doge subcommittee, which is supposed to cut costs. They had an important hearing titled Keeping Men Out of Women's Sports. That would be a big money saver. They had a meeting yesterday in which she used a clearly doctored photo that makes it seem like this guy who's in charge of U.S. fencing was giving the middle finger when, in fact, he was holding up two fingers.
Here displayed behind me is the post that Mr. Lefelt put up. Mr. Lefelt came in here today saying that this is game day.
One moment, a point of order, please,
You're
Madam Chair.
not.
Madam
Okay,
Chair, I have a point of order. The document that you have up behind you is a misrepresentation of the actual post. It appears that you're trying to misrepresent a witness here who you use subpoena powers against.
This is not Miss Stansbury. Miss Stansbury, this is not a point of order.
The actual picture.
Miss Stansbury, you're not recognized. Miss Stansbury, you're not recognized. Miss Stansbury.
One of those these days, that gavel's going to hit her in the head, and she'll be smarter for it. She will be better off.
You are not. This is not a point of order, Miss Stansbury. This is not a point of order.
What this committee does, you are misrepresenting the witnesses, you are misrepresenting policy, you are misrepresenting...
Miss Stansbury, you're not recognized. Did you feel you were in a safe environment, free from abuse when you were told you must...
Say, we can't afford that, honey, but maybe you'd like some John Smedley knitwear? This trade agreement is the biggest deal Trump has made with Britain since the time he convinced them to make his stunt double their prime minister. Today, the current British Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, was not able to be at the White House, but he did call in to kiss some ass via speakerphone.
Donald, thank you so much. It's really good to have this deal over the line. Tribute to both teams, tribute to our countries, and tribute to your leadership.
Keir, thank you very much.
Thanks, Donald, and we'll speak again soon.
Very good. So long. Bye.
Who is more stressed out about Mother's Day right now, Nick Cannon or Elon Musk? Mother's Day was started by a woman named Anna Jarvis in 1908, though she would later denounce the commercialization of the holiday, and she spent the latter part of her life trying to get it removed from the calendar, which, if you think about it, is there anything more Mother's Day than the mother of Mother's Day being disappointed by how Mother's Day turned out? It's important to honor thy mother on this special day, and no one, I will say, does it better than this guy, one of the biggest mother lovers of them all.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Some say moms or mamas.